Hey everyone, this is Kayla Anderson reminding you to like, share, and subscribe to Mr. Titan. And as always, tighten up.
McNair gives it to George running right up the middle. Touchdown! Titans! There are no flags on the field! It's a miracle!
Safety, now you're one-on-one with the...
Shows why he's the man! In trouble. Sack!
Hi, Nation. Welcome back to the show. Today I have a special guest as we break down the Tennessee Titans, who are 11-5, top of the AFC South once again, against the Texans, who are coming off a 4-12 record. We have my man Spitz in the house. How you doing, man?
What's going on? What's going on, Titan Nation? What's up?
There's one thing I have to admit to you is that there's only like one or two YouTubers from each AFC South team that I actually kind of pay attention to. Some of them kind of don't give me enough information. Some of them are on point. You
Right.
sure are on point with your information. So I like to obviously dissect and pick your brain as well as listen to your podcast, because you not only talk about the good, but you talk about the negative. You're honest, and I appreciate that. And
Right.
it helps obviously the opposing team, right?
Yeah.
but again, thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate it. It's been a long time coming.
No problem.
We talk from here to there, time to time and stuff like that. But here we are, man. The last week of the regular season comes down to the Titans and Texans. I think this is going to be the third year in a row. Is that true?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It actually is, yeah, and in Houston as well. Like it's
Yep.
the last three. All of them have been the final game has been in the city of Houston, which I think caught me out by surprise, especially this past year, because I thought that y'all probably end the season against the Colts because of the whole situation going on with Deshaun, and they knew the Texans weren't going to be involved in competing for the South. I thought it would have been a better outcome to have y'all go against the Colts, because it's going to be between y'all two teams coming into the season of who's going to try to win the division. So I was kind of surprised that they made it against us, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm okay playing the Texans the last game of the season.
I bet you are.
Hey, I'm just saying. Hey, bro, let me tell you something, okay? It's any given Sunday, which is a matter of fact. I mean, we played you guys. I forgot which week was it, because I was there. I was at that game.
Yeah, November 28th, I think, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. It was rainy as hell. I was indoors. It was and the funny thing is, let me tell you a funny story about that. Is that the hotel I was staying at, the Houston Texans were staying at the same one. So they get there around Friday night. No, it was Saturday night around 5:30ish. They all start, the bus comes in. And I'm like, look at these Texans and stuff like that. Later on in the night, I see Tyrod Taylor. And my friend's like, yo, that's Tyrod Taylor. I'm like, so? He's like, oh, you ain't going to take a picture with him? I'm like, no, why am I going to take a picture with Tyrod Taylor? I pass him. I go, hey, man, being a smart ass. Hey, good luck tomorrow. He's like, oh, no, I appreciate it. He was being sincere. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, that bit me in the ass, because he went on. He just whooped our ass. We had answers.
Two rush touchdowns.
Yeah, it was just an ugly game. Again, Tannehill had 4 interceptions. It is what it is. It was a sloppy game, and I mean, hey, the Texans came to play, so you can't fault anyone for that. So everyone's like, this is a gimme game. I don't think so. Regardless, it's still a division game, even though it's the last game of the season, and they're 4-12. There's a lot more riding on the Titans than Houston, but Houston can play that spoiler,
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, I think this game is very important for y'all. Like, because I mean, if y'all win, obviously y'all win home field. Y'all get home field advantage throughout the playoffs.
Yep.
And if y'all don't, y'all could potentially end up giving it to Kansas City. I think at some point, I think Cincinnati's still in the mix as well,
Yep.
depending on tiebreakers and things like that. And if I was y'all, like if I was a Titans fan, I do not want my very first playoff game to be, even though it'll be at home because y'all won the division. Because I think if y'all fall to number 2, y'all be looking at hosting the Chargers. And I think the Chargers would be a dangerous team to go up against because even though they're Jekyll High, because the Texans, we just beat them 2 weeks ago, even though they're up and down, but when they're up, they're
They're
up.
up. Yeah.
Like they're a very explosive team offensively. And I know Derrick Henry's supposed to be coming back. I don't think offensively the Titans have enough firepower to keep up with the offense if it's clicking on all cylinders, to be honest.
Okay.
So,
What do you think about him coming back? Do you see him like playing in Houston, or do you think if you're the GM, if you were the coach, what would be your position? You had that type of star, that type of player. Would you want to rest him? Because it's kind of like 50-50 with a lot of people. Like some people are like, oh, rest him, wait for him in the playoffs. It gives him get the bye week, get him an extra week to rest. And some people are like,
right.
oh no, he's kind of like sometimes especially in the beginning of the season, he's a little bit slower. It takes a little bit longer for him to get going and stuff. To like maybe get that going. I kind of agree with both. Like I wouldn't mind seeing him, but I would get if they rest him too. So it's like
I think it depends on the game. I think maybe I would activate him.
Mm-hmm.
I would give him a carry here and there in the beginning, see how the game goes, and see how he's reacting.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if y'all are winning, there's no real need to get him in there because y'all will get the bye week. Therefore, y'all be able to rest him an extra week, and he'll be more 100% for that playoff game. More so than if you play him in the middle of the game. But if it's a game that you need, I mean, like I said, I believe this game is very important to the Titans, so it should be all hands on deck. This is not a situation where you resting your starters. If they're able to go, you let them go. But with Derrick Henry, I can understand you treating him with kid gloves because you want him to re-aggravate the foot.
Yep.
Yeah, you want Derrick Henry to be at best as much as available as possibly can during the playoffs because you're going to lean on him if you're going up against the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Colts. Because I mean y'all the Bills. I mean y'all beating the Bills, and I know y'all swept the Colts. It's kind of hard to beat the team 3 times in the season.
Absolutely.
And the Bills, that Monday night game against the Bills was a battle, and Derrick Henry damn near won y'all the game. So you're going to need him. And also, like I said about the Chargers and the Bengals and the Chiefs, obviously, those 3 teams there are very explosive offensively. We've seen what the Cincinnati just did to the Chiefs last week. We know what Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs can do. And like I said about the Chargers, they have high firepower as well. And the best way to mute their high firepower is to keep them on the sideline, and that's run the football. Yep. So, yeah, I definitely believe Derrick Henry is going to be somebody y'all definitely have to lean on more so than normal because of the type of offenses you have to play against via the playoffs. So you want him to be as healthy as he possibly can.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. The last time the Titans beat a team 3 times in a season, you know when that was?
Was it Jacksonville in 98, 99?
Yeah, when they went to the Super Bowl. I mean, it's kind of weird. I wouldn't want to play the Colts though. I'm just saying right now, like, God, that would. But you know what?
I have a cousin. I'm in Texas, so I have a cousin who is a Titans fan. I have a coworker who's a Titans fan as well, and we talk about it all the time that y'all not only do y'all have Jacksonville's number, it seems y'all have always beaten Jacksonville's best team. Like y'all swept them in that 2000 in that 99 team. Jacksonville was I think 14-2.
Yeah,
and
they were nasty with Mark Brunell. Yeah.
Yeah, they were 14-2. The 2 losses were against y'all, and then they lost to y'all in the playoffs. And then in recent memory, the good team in 17, y'all swept them again. So it's kind of like y'all have the Jags number, especially when they're at their highest. So that's kind of weird.
That is, it's weird how things end up and stuff like that. But
right.
Let's talk about Houston, man. Come on, man. I got you on. I know you love talking about Houston. Let's hear it, man. What are we looking forward? What are we seeing Sunday with this Houston team?
If I can be honest with you, I really don't know. Like, and it goes back to what we were saying earlier about about this being the season finale. Like, obviously, we came into the season with very low. Me personally came into the season with very low expectations. I was basically saying this whole season that we were tanking for a quarterback. I believe that's still the plan. I know a lot of people that like the new quarterback we got, Mills. He's shown flashes here and there, but doesn't show anything consistently. Me personally, I don't think that he's the guy. I think
Okay.
he's earned the right to be the quarterback next season. I don't think we need to reach for a quarterback via the draft. I don't think that we need to go out there and sign the free agent. I know there's rumblings about going to get Jimmy Garoppolo. There's even a report right now saying that Baker Mayfield, the Texans are actually the odds favorite to sign Baker Mayfield. I don't think
Really?
neither one of those. Yeah, I don't think neither one of those are the real play. If I'm I am a Texas fan, but if I want the Texans to go ahead, build the defense through the draft, maybe get some more pieces offensively, and let Davis Mills play next year.
Mm-hmm.
See what he has, and if he still hasn't improved or shown anything, I think next draft, the 2023 draft, is where they should go after a quarterback. But to be honest, none of this really matters until we do one, get a quarterback, and two, find a better coaching staff. I'm not a big fan of David Culley.
Okay.
I think the real reason why he was hired was because the whole Deshaun Watson situation. They needed somebody to deflect and be positive and things like that. I think that they'll probably try to target a new head coach possibly next year. But I think they'll roll with Culley for one more season. I think next season more likely to be his last year. But now, I mean, the Texans have really, they are what they are. I mean, the defense has improved. Y'all saw that firsthand. That we forced 5 turnovers against y'all last time. When we got the win, we were able to sneak in and get the win against y'all. We beat Jacksonville twice, and like, who hasn't beaten Jacksonville? And we got sneak win against the Chargers. But other than that, the Texans really have been very underwhelming all season long, and it's like I said, it's not really a surprise, especially when you lose all the talent that we've lost over the years.
That's
And
true.
y'all know this because sidebar, I like to call y'all the Nashville Texans because it seems like damn near everybody on y'all team was drafted by the Texans at one point in time, or at least was in was in our camp. So we've lost a lot of talent, and that is what it is where we are right now.
It's it's between the Houston Texans, because you're right on that one. We pick up a lot of players, or Patriots, ex-Patriots, ex-Texans. They usually, I guess, is the connection with Mike Rabel. I mean, with Cunningham and stuff like that. I mean, he knew what type of player he had already and who he wanted.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, but
He was Cunningham's rookie year. He was his DC and his position coach because
exactly.
he was Vrabel was the linebacker coach and DC in Houston when we drafted Zach Cunningham. So, like I said, when we cut Zach Cunningham, I knew that the Titans was the perfect spot. One, the kid went to Vanderbilt. Like I said, the connection with Vrabel, and also his draft classmate Deontay Foreman also plays for the Titans as well. So, and he's somebody who's come on. I mean, he's had his first career 100-yard games. He's had a couple with y'all I've seen. He's somebody who stepped inside Derrick Henry's shoes. I'm not gonna say filled the shoes, obviously, because he's not Derrick Henry, but he's shown flashes of what the Texans were hoping to get when we drafted him back in 2017. And like I say, is thank you, Bill O'Brien, for allowing talent to walk out the door. That's all I can say.
Yeah, he was.
To be honest, I think everybody in the South need to have like all Titans and Jags and Colt fans need to have pictures of Bill O'Brien in their house because
I don't understand. I love Bill O'Brien. Last year,
I bet y'all do. Yes.
I was like, why are they gonna? When they started talking ESPN, like he's on the hot seat, like, no, leave him on. It's cold to me. What are you talking about? Bill O'Brien. Yeah, he's a champion in our books.
I bet so. I bet so.
The same thing goes with Urban Meyer. I didn't want I wanted Urban to stay for 10 years. I was like, keep him on. Let him go to that dirty club.
Clown show. That clown show, man. He out there kicking players
kicking players. I was like, Urban Meyer just straight up kicking the kicker. Wow. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Yeah. But you know what? It shows like how it's important to kind of build your organization from the bottom to the top to the bottom. Starting from the GM, the the manager, the coaching, like it all kind of domino effect, man. If you have one because Tennessee for a while we had a really bad general manager. I'm not even gonna say his name, but it's just the drafting, everything that went into the organization wasn't good, and it was the
Right.
years, with the Vince Young. We had those 3 and whatever record and stuff. So I've been there, man. I've been the 4-12s. I understand that completely, 100%. But
I mean, yeah, y'all, for almost a decade, y'all did go through some dark days.
yeah,
Like, I
man.
mean, and actually, to be honest, kind of like you said, similar situation to us. Because the moment that Vince Young, well, because I know when y'all drafted Vince Young, of course, he won national championship at Texas and things like that. So he was a star, third overall pick, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
But the moment that Vince Young was gone, up until I guess probably I'll say when y'all drafted Mariota, and I know what happened with Mariota. It was in that stretch that if you were a Titans fan, I don't know what Titan jersey you would go and buy. There was no like star player, and that's something that as a Texan fan we're suffering through right now. I know technically Deshaun is on the roster, but we all know he's not going to be a Texan. We know he eventually going to trade him. So that's where we're at right now. We are deployed to star talent. Like we don't have anybody. Like you can't go inside NRG right now and be like, okay, I'm gonna buy this jersey.
Exactly.
Outside of maybe possibly Brandon Cooks, but I think that is in some aspects of the stretch as well. There's really no superstar guy. Like we went through, we having Hopkins, having JJ, having Andre Johnson, having Arian Foster and things like that, having Deshaun Watson, obviously, and now we have nobody.
Yeah, I get you.
And yes, it's kind of bad. I mean, y'all know that situation because between Vince Young and Mariota, y'all went through the same thing up until y'all, like I said, y'all got Mariota. Now y'all got Derrick Henry. Y'all got Kevin Byard. Y'all have people, AJ Brown. Y'all have people to support.
That's
right.
I feel like back in the day, those were the times for like that's why custom jerseys were made. Like, damn, like I can't pick anyone without them leaving. I had a Matt Hasselbeck jersey. I had Jake Lock. I'm like, every time I get someone, they leave within a year. So I'm like, this is
right.
I ain't wasting that much money on this. I'm like, yo, jerseys are not cheap. So I was like, I just made my custom jerseys, bro. Custom jerseys.
Right. I get it.
But I get you, bro. I get you, man. So let's talk about the injury report. Not even the injury report. Let's get some predictions in here, man. What do you think? Who's going to be the breakout stars of the game, regardless if it's Titans, regardless if it's the Texans? Who do you think, man?
You know what? I know we've been talking about Derrick Henry, and also I think he's like how many yards? Like 60 yards away from 1,000.
Yep.
Yeah. So I know he wants that, but I really think Deontay Foreman, especially him being he's from Texas City, so which is basically right there. I think Texas City is like 15-20 minutes away from the city of Houston. So he's from Houston.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure coming back to that stadium, especially the team that drafted him, he wants to have a game, and I think also in that same breath, I think Desmond King, who had 2 picks against y'all last time. I think he feels some type of way because I could tell the way he played against y'all, and then also the way he played against his former team, the Chargers, both wins by the Texans, mind you. He really was juiced up for those games. So I think on defense, for the Texans side, I think Desmond King is going to try to step it up a notch, and I also think the same thing about Deontay Foreman. I think he's going to try to step it up a notch as well, especially being at home.
Definitely, it's always like that. It's always like that coming back to your former teams, like that revenge game and shit like that.
Right.
Desmond King did have and he had a couple nice picks. I mean, in the game. Against Tannehill and stuff like that. So, yeah, you never know. And I saw him get the ball and run to the end zone and flex, and I was like, pouring down rain. I'm like, what can you do? This game sucks. This game sucks. But, hey, man, I'm actually leaving tomorrow. I'll be in Austin because my sister lives over there. And then I'm definitely going to be at the game, obviously, this Sunday, man. I don't know if you're going to the game or maybe we can link up or whatever, man, and I'll be cool, man. Just
okay,
for sure.
Yeah.
Because are you going to the game or no?
Nah, you know,
I
some
got
of these games,
really cheap tickets. I'll give you that.
I bet you did. Again, like I said, we it's so bad that they're out there. Like you can get tickets for the Texans games for $10 to $15. No lie. Like I'm being dead serious. You can get tickets for $10 to $15. They might not like me saying that, but oh well. Fix your damn organization. Fix the franchise. Maybe you wouldn't be selling tickets that low. Like that's the reason why. Don't alienate your superstar players. Don't trade away and give away your superstar players for nothing, for peanuts, and then you wouldn't be in the situation. I'm pretty sure you're going to be a whole bunch of Titan fans in there because I went to the season opener. In the season opener when we played against Jacksonville, it was a lot of us. It was a lot of Texas fans. It wasn't nowhere near a sold out stadium, nowhere even close, but it was a decent crowd. But as the season progressed,
less and less.
It started being less and less, and then towards the back half of the season, it started being more and more other like from the Seattle game. We had Seattle. It was a lot of Seattle fans. There was a lot of Charger fans, and there was a lot of Colt fans. So I'm pretty sure, especially like it's a lot of Titan fans in the city of Houston because they're old Oilers fans. They never switched. They stayed being Titan fans. I'm pretty sure it's going to be. It might be 50-50, if not more Titan. I wouldn't be surprised if it's more Titan fans and NRG Sunday than Texas fans. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
100%. That was like the game that we went to Houston game again in Nashville when they lost. It was a really good crowd. There was I would see a few of the crowd, but not too many Texans fans. So we'll see, man, and love to do the post game show with you whenever I get back to Dallas and stuff like that. But I want to say thank you so much. Tell everyone where they can find you, your show, social media, everything, so they can follow you.
Okay. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter. And they're both the same. It's at Spitz. That's SPITZ 389_. That's how you find me on Instagram and you find me on Twitter. And my YouTube page is just type in Spitz 389 and like SPITZ 389, and that's how you find me on YouTube. I have a lot of videos. Actually, just did a video today talking about the whole Baker Mayfield situation, about how the Texans are linked to him and what it actually does. And I don't just do Texan videos. I do majority Texan videos, but I do other videos as well. So don't just think, oh, I'm not going to look at your videos just because you're a Texan fan. Like, no, it's not like that. I do other videos as well. But go ahead and support. Look at the videos.
So support one fan to another fan, man. Again, I appreciate your work, man, and I love what you do. Keep doing what you're doing, man. It's dark times, but hopefully it'll get brighter for you, all right?
Yeah, and also, you can follow me on Saw Sports. That's another YouTube channel that I do from time to time. Saw Sports on YouTube, so go follow us on that as well.
Oh, definitely. I'll check that out because I didn't know about that. But all right, bro. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and hopefully we'll see what happens this Sunday, man.
Oh, but before we go, do you have a prediction of a score prediction?
I don't like doing score predictions, but I'll do one.
Okay.
I'll do one.
Okay.
I don't know, man. 24 to 7. I'll give you guys a touchdown.
Oh, you give us a touchdown. Oh. So kind of you. You know what though? I think I have a strong feeling that we're going to pull off the spoiler.
Oh man, I mean, you
have a
never
strong
know
feeling.
though. You never know though. That's the thing.
I have a strong feeling, and it's going to be. I think it's going to be. Like I think it's going to be 24-21. The Texans get a game-winning field goal.
Oh dang!
Yeah,
almost like a couple years, like a year or two ago, when we hit the goalpost and then we scored, but we won. Remember that was We'll see. Hopefully not. Hopefully you're wrong, but
I bet you're wrong.
I hope you're wrong, but you never know though. Again, like I said, we'll see what happens, and hopefully it's a good game. You know. And I'll check out your stadium. The stadium looks really nice, so I'm excited to see that. So.
Well, at least they get something right. I mean, they make the stadium look nice. Okay, they can't get the franchise right, but they get the stadium right.
Yeah. All right, bro. It was nice talking to you, man.
All right, thanks, man.
Bro.